Queen and Prince Philip latest, how long will royal couple stay at Windsor? The Queen and Prince Philip were reunited at Windsor Castle for the first time in weeks yesterday. How long are the royal couple expected to stay there? Queen Elizabeth II, 93, left London a week earlier than planned on March 19 and set off for Windsor Castle. Her Easter break at Windsor was pushed forward amid the coronavirus pandemic which has peaked in the capital. Prince Philip, 98, retired from public life in 2017 and has spent most of his time in Norfolk on Wood Farm since. However, amid the national crisis posed by coronavirus COVID-19, the Duke of Edinburgh was helicoptered down from Sandringham to join his wife at Windsor. On Thursday they were reunited for the first time since the Queen's winter break at Sandringham. They are understood to have not seen each other since the Queen returned to London at the start of February. How long will Philip and the Queen stay at Windsor? Both Philip and the Queen are in their 90s and their age puts them at high risk from coronavirus. The Duke of Edinburgh is also understood to have an underlying health condition which he was treated for in London before Christmas. The royal couple are likely to do everything within their power to keep themselves safe amid the current outbreak. The government has advised anyone over 70 or with an underlying health condition to self-isolate for 12 weeks from this weekend. While the Queen may continue to work from the safety of her Windsor residence, she is unlikely to return to London anytime soon. Nor is the Duke likely to travel back to Sandringham until the pandemic is over. They are both likely to wait out the coming weeks and months at Windsor until those at risk are told by officials they are safe to re-enter the outside world. The Queen issued a heartfelt statement to the nation via her Buckingham Palace press office on Thursday. Her message urged Britons to unite during the difficult times ahead. The Queen's statement read, "As Philip and I arrive at Windsor today, we know that many individuals and families across the United Kingdom, and around the world, are entering a period of great concern and uncertainty. We are all being advised to change our normal routines and regular patterns of life for the greater good of the communities we live in and, in particular, to protect the most vulnerable within them. At times such as these, I am reminded that our nation's history has been forged by people and communities coming together to work as one, concentrating our combined efforts with a focus on the common goal. We are enormously thankful for the expertise and commitment of our scientists, medical practitioners and emergency and public services, but now more than any time in our recent past, we all have a vitally important part to play as individuals, today and in the coming days, weeks and months." The statement continued, "Many of us will need to find new ways of staying in touch with each other and making sure that loved ones are safe. I am certain we are up to that challenge. You can be assured that my family and I stand ready to play our part." While the Queen's statement will have satisfied some fans keen to hear from her during the current crisis, many still hope she will address the nation in person. Queen Elizabeth reunites with absolutely fine Prince Philip after health concerns. Queen Elizabeth has reunited with Prince Philip amid growing health concerns about the Duke of Edinburgh. Her Majesty left Buckingham Palace at the end of the week as a precaution against the spread of the novel coronavirus. While the entire UK bunkers down over the COVID-19 pandemic, Buckingham Palace has assured royal watchers that Prince Philip is doing absolutely fine. Queen Elizabeth adjusts her schedule. Every year, Queen Elizabeth travels to Windsor Castle to spend Easter break at her Berkshire home. But in light of the coronavirus crisis, Her Majesty left Buckingham Palace a week before her scheduled break. Queen Elizabeth received private guests earlier in the week before leaving for Windsor Castle on Thursday. She is expected to greatly reduce her staff at Windsor as a precaution against the virus. This week, British Prime Minister Boris Johnson asked all citizens in the UK, especially those over the age of 70, to remain home and only travel when it is essential. Health experts have warned that the elderly population is at a higher risk of complications from the coronavirus, as well as people with underlying health issues. With Queen Elizabeth turning 94 next month and Philip on the verge of turning 98, they are both in this high-risk group. Prince Philip reunites with Queen Elizabeth. Amid growing health concerns, the Duke of Edinburgh flew to Windsor Castle to reunite with Queen Elizabeth. According to Metro, Philip took a helicopter to the couple's Berkshire home and had been previously staying at their estate in Sandringham. Philip was not planning on making the trip to Windsor but was unsure when he would see Queen Elizabeth next. The two have been apart since February, and as the coronavirus outbreak continues to escalate, it could have been months before they reunited. The Duke of Edinburgh retired from his royal post 3 years ago. He spends the vast majority of his time at the Sandringham estate and is rarely seen in public. Queen Elizabeth, meanwhile, was spotted leaving Buckingham Palace on Thursday. Her Majesty was accompanied by one of her adorable daughters and left after her final round of private meetings. Prince Philip reportedly absolutely fine. The latest news on Philip comes amid growing concerns about his health. According to ET Canada, rumors recently surfaced that Philip had succumbed to the coronavirus, reports that Buckingham Palace quickly shut down. Source close to Buckingham Palace tells me he's absolutely fine, the editor of Telegraph, Gareth Davis, revealed. I don't know what would possess someone to start a lie like that, but stop. Inside sources close to the royal family assured fans that Philip's health is good and that he has not experienced anything unusual in the past few weeks. At the age of 98, Philip's health is an ongoing concern for the royals. He has experienced a number of scares over the past few years, though it sounds like he is in good spirits at the moment. We do not know how long Philip and Queen Elizabeth will remain at Windsor Castle. They are expected to remain in self-isolation for several weeks, and that could change depending on what happens with the outbreak. Either way, royal watchers should expect Queen Elizabeth to stay out of the public eye for the next month or so. Prince William and Kate Middleton offer their support. With the royals protecting Her Majesty and Prince Charles, who is in his 70s, Prince William and Kate Middleton are expected to increase their responsibilities in the coming weeks. To that end, the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge recently released a statement on behalf of Buckingham Palace, informing the public of Queen Elizabeth's latest move. As Philip and I arrive at Windsor today, we know that many individuals and families across the United Kingdom, and around the world, are entering a period of great concern and uncertainty. We are all being advised to change our normal routines and regular patterns of life for the greater good of the communities we live in and, in particular, to protect the most vulnerable within them, the statement explained. Multiple members of the royal family have already cancelled future public engagements. This includes Queen Elizabeth and Charles, who was scheduled to visit Jordan and the Republic of Cyprus with his wife, Camilla Parker Bowles. It is unclear if the cancellations will extend into the summer, but we should learn more in the coming weeks. William is currently second in line to the throne, following Prince Charles. He has not commented on his increased role in the monarchy or acting as a placeholder for Queen Elizabeth during the coronavirus crisis. He did, however, recently release a statement on the matter encouraging people in the UK to stay safe.